Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me switch the camera. Yay! Good morning, people. Welcome to the Easy Stream. Hangout in this fish room. And we try to make it easy. This is the 33 long rainbow fish tank that I recently set up the hang on the back on. You guys remember that? But yeah, let me say hi to people. What am I doing? I'm opening the wrong app. Here already. But anyway, I was just mixing a bunch of water right before the stream started, so got all that stuff done. We're gonna get into the flounder tank too. It's getting a little overgrown, so I gotta clear that out. All right, cool. I hear myself.
Bruiser CB said a
Here's
tank
bot.
with a big, beautiful rock.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. All right, finally I got my chat up. Bionic Bigfoot, good morning. What's going on, man? Southwest Florida treasure detecting. Yo, in the house. Good morning. Dennis and Dennis. That's right. We learned that last week. Yep. Andy Carson, good morning, good morning. Santa Doo-Doo, what's up, man? Teens here last night after our first snow. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's not cool. Well, I guess it is cool. It's cold. But good morning. Window liquor number 5. What's up?
Peplin Creek Aquatics on the membership milestone. Peplin Creek Aquatics has been an extraordinary aquarist for 26 months.
Cat.
John Mackenzie said,
Congrats,
"Good morning,
man.
weirdos."
Congrats. We got a little bit of an issue happening in the little den down here. My puppy hurt her leg. My puppy's not a puppy. My puppy's an
Peplin Creek
11-year-old
Aquatics
doggo.
said, "Jason, good morning."
Good morning. What's up, man? And congrats on the
Alishon
membership
AS
milestone.
said, "Should have bought more of those 33s.
Yeah.
Sephora charges a small fortune for them now."
I bet. Anyway, my dog hurt her leg, and this cat keeps trying to make her get out of her bed and take her spot. Monty, you're not taking her spot. I mean, somebody's got to tell you gotta go. Come on, you leave the cat alone. You leave the puppy alone. Won't be having this. Sit here. And help me in the fish room today, okay? Bad. Anyway, good morning, Bruiser. Good morning, Xanadu. Where are we at here? Good morning, Window Liquor number 5. Good morning, John Mackenzie. What's up? Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane. What's up, dude? Good morning. Fish Dreams. Good morning, good morning. What else we got? Dennis Christensen. Hello, hello on this Sunday morning. Yup. Good morning, good morning. It's actually kind of nice out here. It's kind of a little on the cooler side. It's a good fall day. Let's put it that way. It's supposed to rain, I think, some point today, though. So that's coming. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Peplin Creek, good morning. Alishon, good morning. I should have invested a little more in those. Ah, man, I don't know. Problem is, yeah, maybe.
Fish Dreams said, "Let's get this party started."
Let's do it. No regrets.
Congratulations,
Too late now.
Bruiser CB, on the membership milestone.
All right,
Bruiser
man.
CB has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Congrats, man.
Fishcapade said, "Good morning, everyone."
Fishcapades, you made it. Good morning. Yeah, congrats, Bruiser, on the milestone. Thanks for being a member. And good morning, Fishcapades. All right, what are we doing? We got a lot going on here today. I was looking at this tank right before the stream, and this is where the camera was set up from last time. So, a lot of diatime algae
Andy
on the
Carson
glass
said,
here.
"Lots of treats for Zoe so she can heal faster."
Yeah, I don't know what she did. Yesterday morning, she's always had a little bit of a hip problem in this past couple of years, or past year, I guess. And something happened between yesterday morning and yesterday afternoon. I don't know. It probably had to do with the cats. We kicking her out of her bed, and she gets, all she does is like start barking because she doesn't want the cats near her. She tolerates the cats, and she'll play with like Lily, because she knew Lily since she was a kitten. And but Monty, we kind of took him in when he was like a year. So anyway, but she doesn't like, especially Monty, coming near her. But all she does is sit up and start like barking aggressively, and then she just gets up and leaves. And then the cats take the warm spot that she just had in the bed. That's all they want. It's like, if you'd stand your ground, the cats wouldn't do anything. Actually, they probably lay with her, and I think that's what she doesn't really want. She doesn't want any animals laying with her. She's a very stubborn puppy. But anyway, I digress. So she did something between yesterday morning and yesterday evening, because yesterday evening she wouldn't even put weight on her one like leg. I was trying to figure out where it was. I think it might be in the knee, or it might be in the hip. I'm not sure, but I got to get her to the vet, and it was like, whatever. So Monday I got to call the vet, get an appointment, get her in. She was better today though. She wasn't as bad, but she was still limping. So whatever. Hope she gets better. Other than that, she wants to chase squirrels and eat. So I'm working a pupper one. All right, let's get into this. This is I think Powerhead's still working, I believe. It looks like it is. Yeah, it's just kind of, we're going to get in here and clean it because it's probably, yeah, very, very little flow because it's choked up. All right, and I want to clean that glass, and I want to do a water change, and then we'll get
Alish
into
and
the...
AS said maybe a CCL issue. My door tore them on both hind legs.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm going to get her to the vet. She can walk, but it's like a slow walk, and we just, she just does her business, and then we're done. All right, let me get I guess I should just start the changing, right? Oh yeah, the other issue I had this week in this tank, well, there was no issue. It was just, there was an issue, I thought there was an issue. I was looking at this tank doing some maintenance or whatever, feeding, and I noticed that there was, the hang on the back filter was like, it was just trickling. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? So I got in there. I thought the impeller was stuck, so I kind of jiggled it around a bit, and it got maybe a hair better. Then I pulled out the sponge in there, and it was pretty choked up, so I cleaned that, but it was still barely even flowing. Then I realized that the intake was completely clogged with debris, so I'm like, oh man. And I cleaned that, everything was fine. So, no crisis, it just needed maintenance. And that means it's sucking up a bunch of junk, man, which is good. It's what we want. What it needs. It's a pretty easy fix. Free. I like that one. And this tank does look like better, less mold, but we also did a water change, or we did some cleaning on it last week, so that probably helps too. So we're going to start off by doing that. Getting everything set up here right now. Because I'm going to need it, that's why. Alright, let's get this. We got to clean the filters. What I should do is suck up the mold first, and then worry about disturbing the tank. There we go, that's a good idea. Yes. Bring me the mold. And there's definitely still pockets of mold. Fish poop. Alright, I gotta change sides. Got that pocket down in here.
Alishan AS said what species of rainbows in the tank?
We have in here, what are they? Chilotherania alleni, I believe. They're allenis and bozemanais. Although that bozemanai looks pretty washed out right now. Everybody's freaking out. I think there's only like one male bozemanai. There was also two, maybe it was three. No, I think one of them died. Two Aryan Jayas that Color Guppies gave me that were in here as well. And they look very similar to the, very similar to the alleni, so it was very hard to tell them apart. So they might actually still be in here, I guess. I don't know. I was not, the alleni are very awesome looking fish. There's one bozemanai that gets really flared up, colored up. I guess that's the male. And other than that, the other bozemanai are really kind of bland. Oh, what did I do? I want to stop. Put this back here, and then I need to get the glass scraper. Why is there only one of them here? Where's the other half of this? That's weird. Why would I do that? I have half a scraper thingy. Where's the other half? Dun dun dun! I guess I'll just use this one. Clean up some mulm or whatever diatom algae on the glass. Another water change. Well, do the water change. Well, another water change from last week, I guess. So 2 water changes. Yo. Ooh. Don't want that. Let me get on that side. No scraping. Snail shell. Ciao, little
Skipper's
dudes.
Aquarium said good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Skipper. Doing a little fish tank maintenance here. I'm over at this end, by the way. Cleaning the glass with the mag flute. Getting the algae off of it. It's weird that it was getting diatom. But yeah, we're getting kind of low on that. The hang on the back. That's good. I'm going to put this here, that there. I'm going to move this to a better location.
Bionic Bigfoot said good morning, everyone, Skipper.
And then we're going to clean the power head. That's the word I was looking for. Come on, come out. Come out. That's probably enough. Get that out of here. Clean that power head in a minute. I want to get this done. I should clean that sponge filter too. So I'm going to listen to that chug for a minute.
Team Detritus said give me a call later this week.
Yo, what's up,
I have
dude?
an idea you might be interested in, not the old stuff. Would like to bounce some ideas. I have an outline and everything.
Oh, an outline. Interesting. And we'll check that out. Let me clean this real quick. So I gotta put this off here. You can sit here for a minute. Clean the sponges. Yeah, man, these sponges really collect. The aquarium co-op sponge collects a lot in a week, which is good, I guess. This is working. I don't know how much the other one. The other one's a finer filter. Whatever. Very nice. Let's do this one. This one got some decent amount. This one's more of a polish filter, I guess. That's good. Good. All right. Put this all back together. Wait. Chug-a-lug. All right. Filters are back. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I gotta fix this power head.
New local Austin said I'm here for Fish Church reach Jason.
That's right. Preach!
Andy Carson said, I am setting up a 29-gallon that will be on the bottom of the rack, where the cats will have entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Can you all suggest fish that won't be intimidated by the cats and live with plants?
Gouramis. That would be my first if you can handle. Even like the little dwarf gouramis. That would be perfect. This was stuck in the power head. Part of the reason why I wasn't treaching. Some tweezers. Let me pull off this. That looks clean behind it, relatively. Yep, that can stay there. Let's get all the muck out of this thing. I'm just going to rinse this part and this part. Over here, away from the chugging. That's probably not good for the filter, right? Problem is, reaching the plug back there is a pain in the ass. So, either I got to figure out a better method, or I just got to listen to it. I think it's probably a better method. An extension cord or something, I don't know. And there we go. Both parts are now clean. Drain. Okay. Now it's time to reconstruct. Refill. Get in here. Alright. The blade. Propeller. Grill. Cover. Back on the magnet. Plug this back in. I gotta get past you guys. Ooh. Sorry. Tight space here. Boom. Alright, that's chugging. A lot better. All right, let's add some water. Just add water. Oh God. I don't know when bending over became like a chore task, especially on the back. Holy crap. I had a fishy week. Sold some fish and plants. Got the 120 with the sump out of my house. Found fish in the overflow. Yeah, that's interesting, right? That's happened to me a few times. Found some fish in the overflow. Or in the I have found fish in the sumps. Put it that way. You're using like an overflow box or something. I've also found them in the overflow box of the
aka Jenny Lynn, said good morning, Jason. And
Good morning.
Working and lurking.
Jenny Lynn. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I also found them in the overflow of my 120. There's that. They have like the weir in the back there. Happened to me a couple times. One of the bala sharks. And when they used to be in the 55, I had a PVC overflow system going on, right? It was like a 2-inch pipe that was water went into, and it was all the way up to the lid, like touched the glass. Like the glass was resting on this, and it just had like slits in the top of the PVC so water could get in. And then down there was a 3/4-inch PVC like siphon overflow thing that went down to a 10-gallon, I think, was the sump. I don't remember. It was a interesting setup. It was a learning process. I knew it was going to be janky, but I knew I could get it to work. So, and it did for a while. And then one night I'm sitting there, and I keep hearing this flap, 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 flap. This is when my computer was in the same room. Like my desk was on the wall where the goldfish tank is. The 275's on that rack. Anyway, my desk was there, and I kept hearing this slap, 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 slap. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? So I tracked it down. It's coming from the 55. I'm like, what the hell, man? Oh, there's a cat messing with the puppy. Monty, that's you. I'm gonna kill you. We got bells, alarms, puppies. Total mass hysteria. All right. Monty, stop messing with the you dirty cat. You gotta stand your ground, puppy. You're bigger than he is. You can just bite him. It's too late now. Alright, stop this beeping. I think I might have to recalibrate the mixing valve on the whatever the fill line mixing valve. Now it's gotten colder out. The cold supply line is a lot colder than it was, so it doesn't mix at the same ratio. So I guess the water comes through a lot colder. It says it's 72 in there, 71 point something, which is not ideal, but not horrible. I think the fish kind of like it sometimes when it drops like that. Cools them off for a little bit. Keeps them cool. All right. I think that's that, right? The hang on the back's chooching. I didn't clean that because I just cleaned that earlier this week, so I think it's good for another week. Unless it gets choked up again. But hopefully this works a little bit better. There's a little bit of brown diatom algae on plant leaves. So maybe the light needs to get cut back a little. This tank. There's a little bit of blackbeard on this because I brought it in when I planted this tank. This and that one. Yeah, we'll see. I will, yeah, maybe we should dial the light back a little.
That's lovely, that is.
Yes, it is. I know it. I'm so much happier with my 125 and my fluval canister over that sump tank. Oh, yeah, yeah. I could see that. It is a lot less maintenance, let's put it that way. But I do like my sumps. Something about that. It's just that extra volume of water. Gets all this equipment out of the tank. Kind of cool. Definitely cool. All right, let me pop on this Fluval app here and we'll take a look at these settings. 33 rainbow. Wants me to turn on the lights might go off. Turn on the Bluetooth. There we go. Yep. Look at the duration is from 2:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon is the sunrise. What was that, an hour and a half? Hour and a half sunrise. Maybe we make that an hour sunrise. And we also have a 45-minute sunset so at 4 o'clock it's full intensity. At 1900, which is 7 o'clock. So it's on for 3 hours. Is that right? 1600 to 1900. Yeah, it's 3 hours. And then it starts at sunset at 1900 and it's 45-minute long for a sunset. I'm cool with that. The intensity on the light is 15, 15, 20, 20, 20. Maybe we pull that back to, we'll do 1500 for the sunrise. So it'll be an hour sunrise. So we're moving the light back half an hour, but that shouldn't really change much. Just it'll ramp up faster, I guess. Save. And I think we should maybe drop the intensity on all the lights. At least the 20s. Maybe we'll just bring them down to 15. Everything 15. Save it. We'll just turn it back on for now. We're done here. All right. So not much different, just a little less intensity, I guess. This is on full chooch. This is not what it looks like when it's on. Okay. This is like, everything is at 69%. I think I can show you what, everything will be at 15. So let's go to this, see what that looks like. Kind of cool, I can just adjust this in real time.
SWFL treasure detecting said hit that like button, it's free.
Hit it! Hit it! Yeah, these are the ones that actually kind of really change the intensity. Not so much the red and the blues. It's close. Picky here, 16. Is close enough to 15. That's what it's going to look like when it's a full on, so that's quite a bit different. Yeah. We have different power settings. This is full chooch. That's kind of cool. Oh, you know what? I can. Oh, wait. Why did I do that? I should have saved it. Why didn't you save it? I'm going to see what the difference between what I just did. If I can do that. If it saves it. Nope. Doesn't save it. Oh well. You get the idea, right? Whoops. Go back to auto. Turn that off. I think we're done with this tank. While we're here, this is the Schultzite tank that I did a bunch of things. Still got quite a bit of mold in here, so I'm just gonna do a quick little carpet cleaning. And we'll get into the 55 or the 75 water testing. We'll also get into the brackish tank too. The cleaning the filter last week really did a number on keeping the water column clean, but I can see that filter is choked up. So we're gonna clean that too. This tank was filled with guppy grass, like top to bottom. Finally pulled it, well, most of it out. There's still some in here. It'll regrow, but it'll take a while. Watch out, little guy. And this tank was overrun with snails because apparently they like Evo Aquarius too. Whatever I was feeding. They've been multiplying quite a bit. I should get some sort of puffer. That's a piece of wood. I don't want to suck that up. That would not be good. It's pretty good on the mulm. No, don't suck that guppy grass up. No, don't suck that guppy. There we go. I got these Schultz eyes from Fishroom. Steve. And got them back in March.
Daniel Velez said, "Good morning, everyone."
Speaking of that, the swap, I was at the ACLC swap, which reminded me. There's a swap on the 15th, but I'm not going to make it, which sucks. Because my wife's got some friend coming up from out of town, and I got to be a host. All good stuff. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't go. Because I would like to. I'd probably get more Pascal Rainbows, because I know that dude's going to be there. But, oh well. I'll be at the next one, I guess. This is all like dead detritus. Alright, that's good enough. That's a decent amount of water. I want to pull that filter out though, before I fill it back up. Let's get the water out of this. Oh, the other thing I got going on right now is the siphon overflow. That goes to the pump that runs on, I'll show you. You guys know about this. I've used this plenty of times. I have it set up right now on the 75 wine Millerai tank. Because I had it set up there and I just left it set up there. And I'm not even sure if the siphon is broken or not, but the water level was getting low. So it's just filling up at the moment, and hopefully I have alarms set on both. So if it starts overflowing here, I should be able to see it. We're still got a way to go. It's just trickling in, so that's cold water trickling in like real. I don't know if you can see.
Window Liquor 5 said, "How's Mr. G's tank doing?"
This is Mr. G's tank right here. We could probably get into this too, like maybe a little bit of a water change. But I mean, that's what I was trying to do, is set up the water change. I gotta clean the glass on that tank and this tank too. This tank, this glass is, can't even see in. See you guys though. See you. That needs a razor blade and a water change, so we'll get to that too, I guess. We'll do it all. Do an old school water change. Oh, what I did get too, the other thing that I want to get accomplished today is I bought sheets. You know, like the local home box stores don't sell this polycarbonate stuff anymore. I got it right here. Hang on. Let's take a sidetrack here for a sec. My ADHD is kicking in. Open this because I actually want to take a look at this too. Whoa. Right-handed is not my best. Oh yeah, boy. Cool. All right, that can go back in my pocket. Ooh. I should have known that was going to happen. Here we go. These are 2 foot by 4 foot. This edge is all janky, so I'll probably cut that edge off. And if my calculations are correct, I just need a 1 foot wide piece that's not 2 foot long, like 30 inches or something like that for these 29 gallons. I should be able to get 2 lids, you know, just to keep the evaporation down a little on these tanks for one sheet. So I need, and then I'll have one, we could do it for the top too, and then maybe a leftover piece for here. Maybe I could put them on the, because look at that little evaporation that happens in these tanks, man. I gotta fill that back up. Same thing with the other open top tank. So maybe I put lids on them. I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll see. You can put temporary lids.
Window
Something to
liquid
keep the
5 said,
evaporation down.
"Damn it, it's turning more white here. This needs to stop."
Snow? Not snow. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not ready. You can't have snow like that. I'm gonna fill this up and then I'm gonna fill up that other tank. The 17 rimless. That's the word I was looking for. Rimless. A piece of Buse. I just saw floating around in there. I'd moved that a while ago from like there was a piece that was attached to some of that wood that was broken off down there. Move that to the fry tank. That's pretty full. Lid. And those cories are good to go. Alright, I'm gonna fill up. This is my rimless Endler tank. That's the word I was looking for. Finish anything in here is Endlers. This tank needs to be cleaned. Like I should take the guppy grass out of here. Big time. There's like 2 inches of blackbeard algae along the whole bottom of this tank. It's quite interesting.
Scotty the fish freak said good morning, catching up from the beginning on double time.
All right,
Going
man.
to the Maryland Club auction. 645 lots so far.
That's
wow.
Lovely, that is.
Oh my god, you have no idea. You know what, if we're gonna do that, we should do that. Let me stop filling this because I'm probably gonna end up draining it anyway. Yeah. Let's get a better camera angle on this first. We do the water testing every week, so we can do that at the end. It doesn't matter, as long as it gets done. Move you over here. Look at that. I already set the alarm off by topping it off. Alright, let me move some stuff out of the way so I can actually get to where you're at without knocking a whole bunch of crap over. This is a very tight corner. Alright, let me get over here. Push that button to shut this thing up. Come on, it only went down to 75. E4. What's going on here? Whatever. Deal with that in a minute. How's that look for you guys? Let me see. I'm still over here on the Fluval app. Not great. Not great. Can you go higher? That's lower. Go a little higher. Now, if you look at this at a little bit of an angle, better. Glare. I don't
Dave's
know.
aquarium thoughts said, "Gods, mornings, everyoons."
Everyone's
Barbara Jackson said,
doings.
"Good morning, Jason and everyone."
Yeah, that's not too bad. Good morning, Barbara Jackson, and good morning, Dave's Aquarium Nuts. Good morning. All right. Look at this mess. There are plants in here. There are fish in here. Not that horrible. It's just kind of been neglected. And I am going to put a lid on this. I should probably get rid of this, like whatever's sticking out of the tank, right? So we might have to trim that somehow. I know how. Industrial equipment. Now, hang on. This should work like pretty. You're okay, pup. Stay there. You're a bad cat. Making your older sister get up like that. She'll not be your grandmother. All right, loppers. Lopped. That was relatively easy. This little piece is a pretty cool little piece of driftwood here. Put that in there. Put this back. You're okay, puppy. You stay there. Good, 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 good. That was easy. All right. I don't know if you guys get to see that. No. I just took garden loppers and lopped off the top of that driftwood so it doesn't stick above the tank. All right, now, big thing is, gotta make sure I don't get any fish in this guppy grass. It's gonna be easy to do that. In there, get out.
Daniel Velez said, "Blanket, good morning."
Good morning,
Recovering
Daniel.
from surgery at rehab.
Ooh.
Glad to be able to watch you guys.
Glad you are too, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope everything works out. Whatever surgery doesn't ever sound fun. Let's put it that way. Oh my god, I can't deal with the blackbeard yet. We gotta just deal with guppy grass first. Now it's gonna be hard to get guppy grass in a lot of this, but we're gonna try. I don't want to get all the guppy grass either. Some blackbeard is obviously gonna happen. Now, there is a air pump in here, but it is not, doesn't seem to be working. Air filter, I mean, an air sponge filter. All right, now it's time for the blackbeard. Is that beeping again? That means I never reset it. Get in your way here a second. There we go. Now it's 71 in there, or 72. One at 71.7. It got a little colder. The old beta log thing, or whatever this thing was. There used to be a beta in here, but he died. Betas don't live long for me. I don't really want to keep them anymore. Too depressing losing them. Because they're cool. I think it's just whatever, poor genetics. Plus the ones I had were obviously poor genetics. This guy had a swim bladder issue from birth, I think. Couldn't swim. Was not buoyant in water. We would always have to lay on things. Which the guppy grass worked out well for him. I just think A, my water is way too hard. And B, you know, That wears on them over time. And B, the genetics are not great. This Blackbeard is hanging out everywhere on the bottom down here. Growing on itself. Sure, it's got like a piece of sand that was like the nucleation site years ago, and I can feel that. That's good. Heater's working.
Barbara Jackson said better splendids don't live long for a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you get 2 years, you're doing well.
Yeah, I don't know how long Patty had them before I got them from her. So, but I know she got them from Lisa, KG Tropical Lisa. That was she would sell because she was a beta seller, and she would sell the ones that were giveaway. I don't think she even sold them. I think she just gave them to people to take care for them. Cares fish, I guess. I don't know. But not that kind of cares, like special needs fish, I guess. I don't know. Patty had a lot of them. I think it was all of Patty's fish, honestly. That was Patty's thing.
Barbara Jackson said, "I bet that's why the wild-type bedders are getting more popular."
Yeah, probably. Fresher genetics, for sure. Now they're making those like alien bettas, and I don't know how good that is. I know they got more wild genetics in them, which is good, I guess, but they're obviously mixing them with something. Algae. I could probably get rid
Whip's
of this
World
betta
said,
log here.
"Hiya, beautiful
Yo,
people.
Whip.
Let's get tanked. Greetings from the Sunshine State."
Good greetings. I was wondering if you were still in Florida. I saw your thing that you were in Florida. Going on a Florida trip. Good morning. Hopefully it's shining sun in the Sunshine State. Alright, I've stirred up quite a bit of stuff. I can't even tell what's going on anymore. I do have the filter right here, though. Some more of this guppy grass. Blackbeard out of here. Grab this filter. Oh, it is the filter. Just choked. Choked. Alright, let me go take care of this. Ooh. I'm gonna set this. I gotta put that outside, I think. Garden. Oh yeah, this thing's black. This is a pretty small sponge too for that tank. This used to have one of those Awaze hang on the back filters with the heaters in there and stuff, but those things are so janky, man. I would not trust it. They kept breaking. And if the filter stops, obviously the heat stops. Not the greatest in my opinion.
Barbara Jackson said,
All right.
"That reminds me, I need some coffee."
Good idea. This does look like a little watered down coffee, but I like my coffee black. Stronger than this. Still no air. Interesting. I think maybe this, the way these filters work is, squeeze up a bunch so I can show you guys. You don't know. Here for that. Obviously, the air line comes down here and connects to this little collar. Right? Plug it in the nipple there. Air passes through there. Through the center tubule down to the base. And in the base somewhere, out of these little slits in the side that you can kind of see are all clogged up. There's slits in the side of this ring, on the inside of this ring. That when it goes through this nipple, it comes out the bottom through those slits. That's where the air comes up. These slits are clogged, so no air is coming out. So let me see if I can clean that. Or maybe I can get the razor blade or the X-Acto knife on that. That would actually probably be a great idea because it's a perfect size. You're okay, puppy. I have the X-Acto knife right here. Do this kind of under the light. I don't stab myself. Try and solid in it. Whatever gets in these air, like, you know, that's why there's filters on air pumps and stuff, but it doesn't filter everything, and sooner or later, over time, that dust, actually underwater, like a paste. Oh, just a second. I don't know, maybe it's just the hard water and the air mixing. I don't know. Just trying to disturb anything that's in there. As best I can. It's about as good as that gets. Anyway, so we'll bring you over. Back them off now because I don't need you. What I do with the insert collar? I drop it in the tank. I'm gonna need that piece. Or nothing's out. Oh, there it is. Set it all down over here. It's upside down. Oh, that was the right way. This works.
Whip's world, said Buddy. It is so shiny, I feel like being a bad guy. However, the high for tomorrow is 63 Daygring. Far doesn't suck for November when you're in Chicago, but when you're in southern Florida...
That's not, well, I mean, that's probably, they're probably wearing like sweaters and stuff, dude. You're in like shorts and a t-shirt. Alright, we can take this floating beta log out of here too. I don't think we need this anymore. What do I do with the other one? I put it in the, yeah, I'll just put this in too for now. Alright, let's get some rid of this chocolate soup. Try and freshen this up. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calibrate the fill line, the temp on that. Wow, before I stick it back in here. Look at all this moment one. Holy cow. We're gonna be clogging up a lot. God. Like an inch of mulm across this whole bottom. Yep. We logged. Like that was like almost instant. Let's do this. Honestly, we can do this with gravity, I think, because this tank is above the sink. Whoa. So let me just secure the hose. We just gotta go slow. Less water. But we'll be able to suck more. As long as it doesn't get caught in the tubing, it should all pass through. Take a little bit more time. Gonna work slow. Water out on there. Up or down?
Whip's World said, "Good Lord." You probably said already, but what in the 9 hells is going on with that water? I was distracted tying out that last soliloquy and missed it if you said.
No, this is my Endler tank that I've kind of just let guppy grass take over, and I haven't done any water changes or cleaning of there was like a carpet of blackbeard algae in here that was like 2 inches thick across the whole bottom. So I just pulled a lot of that out. And of course there's mulm existing where that used to be. Or was underneath it, I guess. So we're cleaning up the mulm and whatever algae we can get. Which is probably not enough, but start. Maybe we can see the fish in here. I mean, I know there's a lot of fish in here. I always see them inside, like hanging out in the guppy grass. Like, that's their thing. Good for all the fry. This is an Endler colony that I had from my original wild type Endlers. And they got mixed with, I think.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics said GM Jason and fishy folks.
Ginkgo sulfura guppies. These came from Fishymon. He mixed his Endlers with Ginkgo sulfura guppies. So, black bar Endlers. Vinay was calling them Ginkgo bars. But honestly, they've kind of reverted more just to wild type Endlers again, but obviously not. They're tainted. Oh no, we lost the siphon. It's probably should go a little bit, I think. So let me restart this. A lot of algae. All right. Back to chooching. Dude, I see a ton of just blackbeard hanging out right here. This corner. There's not a lot I can do about it. Well, I can manually remove it, I guess. What is this? It's part of the log.
Alishan AS said, "You need a 6-hour stream for all of this maintenance."
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Maybe. We'll do the entire fish room one day. it's probably going to be good on the water change. We're approaching 50%. Still trying to grab all this blackbeard up. I can't even see, but I can feel it. Okay. Enough. All we can get today. Trying to get whatever blackbeard is all floating around here like tumbleweeds. Like a pump grinding. All right, let's out of the way for now. This hose. Somebody take whatever's in the line out of it. All right, cool. That's that. Let's get this out of the way. Alright, so like that. Let's skip this algae down the drain. The sink. Thank God for this utility sink, man. this thing sees a lot of algae. The wastewater plant's probably like, what the hell is with this algae? Who's draining their pond? Alright, I gotta calibrate the overflow, or the fill line. I need my thermometer. So I'm gonna go over there and do that real quick. Take the temp. And go from there.
Barbara Jackson said, what size is that tank?
This is 17 gallons. It's a 17-gallon rimless.
Bigfoot said, hello, Whips World.
It was from the Keystone Clash, the first one that well, not the first one I went to, but the first one I aquascaped in. So we can use, I guess, this container. There's the fill line. It's over here. I just like to fill it into a container. That way I can kind of guesstimate. This temp right now is 65.3. That's kind of a little cold. So it's dropping. 3.8. 60.5. So I guess the longer this runs, the colder it's going to get. 61. Let's see where this bottoms out. 59. 58. Seems a little cold, right? Especially if I was doing a big tank. That's a big drop. 57. Oh, I think we bottomed out. Started going up. 57.3. 57.5. Yep. 57.5. 57.3. Keep going back and forth. All right, that's the bottom. So I want to go warmer. So I should turn you away. That was a little. See, the problem with this fill line is you make slight increments and it makes huge changes. So I got to be careful. This is more of like, I'm trying to get within degrees, and this thing's probably good for like maybe 5 degrees. So like it wants you to go from 86, like it's marked 85 and then 95. So that little tweak, we're going up to 66. 66.2. 65.8. Yeah, 66. That doesn't seem too horrible. I think that's probably good for a fill line. It's not too cold. Probably could be a little warmer, so maybe we get a little bit more. There we go. It'd be great if it was like right around the bottom of 70, right? 68. I could deal 68. 68 is pretty good. 67.8. See if we get a little bit better. 69. Oh, I think this is it. 69.9. 70.1. 70.5. 71. Okay. We're still climbing. Nope. 71.79. Yeah, we're going back up. We're kind of hesitating there for a sec. Maybe too much. 77. What? 73.9. 74.1. Still climbing. Yeah. Ooh. 75.0. 75.2. We're climbing again. What's going on? We were bottomed out there for a second. 5.7. The high was 75.9. Yeah, we seem to be pretty stable here. So 75 is not horrible. It's a little cooler. Some of these tanks are probably... let's keep it back down here. I'm not satisfied. I'd like it a little cooler than that. I don't even know if I did anything. I don't see any change. There we go. Also, to the whole, any change I make's got to go through a whole tube line, right? Before it actually shows up. It did dip down, but then it started climbing again. Push the button this time and then do it. There we go. Sorry, man, I keep coughing. Trying not to. I turned it down and it got warmer. I think that makes sense.
Barbara Jackson said, Whip wishes it was in 75 where he is at.
Yeah, I mean, that would be perfect. Very interesting. Keep turning it down and it keeps getting warmer. Alright, now we're dropping. Now we're dropping. Now we're going to drop like hard, right? Yep. Knew it. If we could stay 68, that'd be cool. No, we're still dropping. But I think we might climb again. Yep, 68, 69, 71, 72.
Bionic Bigfoot said all this water sounds make what to pee.
That's right, dude. That's what we're here for. Whoops. I think we got it. 75.9, 76.1, 75.9. Yeah, I can live with 75, 70. It's still a little warm. Whatever. I'll tweak it just a little bit. Calling it good. It's good enough. Good enough, Jesus. The gallons went down the sink there. 30. 70. Enough. Enough. I got to look at chocolate soup the whole time, too. Alright. We got the sponge filter back up. We got a whole bunch of algae and guppy grass cleaned out of here. We trimmed the lid, or the top, so we could actually put like a lid on here if we wanted. It's got marks on the tank from where the algae was grown and then like dried out. I have to get a lid to that. The heater's working, the temp controller's working, so that's a good sign. We still had some crypts in here. Some in the back here. I'm not sure if anything else has survived. One back there. Well, hopefully when the water settles, we should be able to see in this tank again. That'd be nice. I'm gonna take it to the top of that branch. Popped off. Perfect. Just underwater. That'll be my depth gauge. So I know when to change the water. Yeah.
Mississippi Hippie Fishy said, "Good morning,
Yo,
Jason,"
what's up,
in fake
Mississippi?
lady voice.
Fake lady voice? What's going on? Good morning. Alright. What I need right now is to get out of this corner. Come on over here. I need to look at this tank for a minute. This 10 gallons in my way. I ordered more parts for the whole project I'm going to do. Are we up to this yet? No, we're still filling. Wow, that was that low, huh? Oh, that is trickling.
Whips
More
World
parts
said,
for the
"Oh,
project.
Babs, it's plenty warm today. Cold front moves in Monday night and Tuesday is the WTF day."
So I was looking at the tubing I have, and I had a bunch of tubing left over from when I did the fry rack.
Mississippi Hippie
And I
Fishy
think
said, "Been a while.
It has
Hope
been a
you've
while.
been well."
I've been good. I hope you've been well too. And thanks for being here. Yeah, I have a bunch of tubing left over from the fry rack setup, and that from my calculations, if I'm careful, I should have enough tubing to do the one rack. So I got that. I got the bulkheads. Something else I ordered. What was it? I don't think I got it yet. I got the polycarbonate, but there was something else. Maybe I didn't order it. I was looking at it. Oh yeah, I was looking at how I wanted to do the overflows. I could go with like something like this. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see me. It's threaded, because the PVC connections I have are threaded, male pipe threads, or yeah, female pipe threads on the inside. They're females. So this is a 3/4 inch male pipe thread to a barb connection. So I could do this out of the back of the tank and just straight down, which is probably the best. So I got to pick up these. And I would need 1, 2, 3. If I'm going to do this, I need a total of 6. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 laying around, so I got to take a look. I got to get those.
Skull Aquatics
I got to
said,
get the
"Good
pump.
morning, Jason."
Skull, what's going on, man? Good morning. Thanks for being here. And then I need a pump, a return pump that's strong enough to get 10 feet. 12 feet would probably be ideal. That way I could turn it down and put it wherever I need it. I'll probably put a valve on that too to keep it. So I mean, it's got 4 tanks water's going through, so I got to make sure that no tank is getting fuller faster than it can drain. So that's going to be a little tricky process. But I think all I need is, I mean, I might need heaters. I probably have heaters. Well, I got heaters sitting right there. I see one right there from that tank. There's probably a heater in the bottom tank too. I probably have enough heaters. I do have a heater controller sitting right here on the floor. So I got all that. So I just need the pump. Oh, I need a piece of glass for separate the pump from the sump. Yes. So I need to get some glass for a 10-gallon baffle. And I should probably get 2 of them made because if this works, it'll work on the other side. I have a bunch of glass laying around that I just put away last week. So maybe I got to take a look in there and see if maybe we can use something. Recycle it, cut my own glass. As frightening as that is, but it's really not that bad. Got to be safe, I guess. So, yeah. That project. Then once I get the baffle siliconed in, cured, there's really no reason not to start drilling tanks and setting things up. So I need to drill 1, 2, 3 tanks, 3 10-gallons. And I did put one of the 10 gallons that was painted and all that stuff in the storage area there. So I might pull that out, clean it up, and drill that tank because I think I wanted painted backs in these things. So I already have one painted, so why not use it, right? Recycle it. And I think it's painted on 2 sides, like one of these sides and then the back. Might actually paint the 3rd side. I was thinking about painting the bottoms of the tanks too, so I can keep them bare bottom, and we'll get to that. That's kind of still building up to that one. We're not there yet. All right, what do we got now? I'm just going to keep an eye on that while that's working. There is a fry in my fry tank. Right here. See if we can find him. See him? I see him. He is right top of the sponge filter. He's a little guy. You see him? Eliminate him? Where did he go? There he is. Against the glass. He's just a little dude. Now, I don't think I fed this tank this morning, so I'm going to do my... It's probably hungry. Try to feed these guys twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. Fry, especially when they're that little. Because a lot of times if they don't get like a constant food source, they just croak. If I accidentally skip a feeding or I'm not around, lights out. Golden pearls, the powder, the finest they make, whatever it is, 5 to 50 microns.
Whip's World said okay.
On a
I'm
paintbrush.
off like a herd of turtles. It's time to hit the pool hole one still can. See you all later.
See you, dude. Enjoy. Tap in each one of these tanks, even if there might be a fry in there. And this bottom tank has got some fish that are probably getting big enough to move out. So I'll just dump the rest of the brush in there because they're big enough that they can eat a lot. All right, that's that. We'll get to the rest of this, I guess, and maybe we got to deal with mops too. Let's deal with this. So far, last week, we just did the normal water change, testing, all that good stuff. We did turn the lights down a little bit. Was that last week? I think it was. Very, very, very minimal. There's going to be a change. It's going to take a long time.
That's lovely, that is.
Yeah. But we're just going to keep at it. We're going to do a water change, do the testing, see where we're at. There was one thing I was going to do with this tank, and I wanted to, it probably doesn't matter. It'll probably always be the same, but we were talking about the connection with CO2 and blackbeard algae, and then imbalance of CO2 is where blackbeard algae supposedly thrives. One of the reasons why I took the sponge filters out and just went to the straight hang on the back here and power head for movement. See if we can get a little more CO2 in the water column to help the plants a little bit. Compete with the blackbeard. I don't know if it matters. The only other option I can do is like inject CO2, but I don't think that's a good idea. Well, not in this tank. I don't think it's a good idea. Kind of like to do a low-tech tank here. I'd probably turn the hang on the back down a little bit so it's not churning so much. And that would probably help with the water column.
Barbara Jackson said the blackbeard algae looks rather artistic in that tank.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Kind of has a life of its own. But it doesn't look so black anymore. Like the algae I was taking out of that other tank was definitely like straight up black. This is like become a shade of brown. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I've definitely seen this blacker. Put it that way. Maybe we're starting to, I don't know. The power head's blowing. Seems like, I don't know. There's no change. Not until I see it. I just get hopeful. All right. I'm wishful. Anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta clean the, I never cleaned these last time. The vials. The test tubes. Still filled from last week. So,
Congratulations. Foxy's Fishes on the membership milestone. Foxy's Fishes has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Congrats.
Window Licker 5
awesome.
said,
And thank you.
I'm sorry, Jason, but no, it's not better.
It's not better. It's not better, it's the same. I'm just wondering if it's changing colors. It's the same. Honestly, I don't know if it's thriving. The idea is to... We're only making incremental changes here, man, so I don't know what you want from me. What do you want from me? It's been a long-term process. I guarantee you if we injected CO2 as like a thing, that would probably kill the blackbird. All right.
Foxy's Fishes said, good morning, Folker and Jason.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Whoops, that's too much work. Yeah. And that's probably pretty good too. Cool. Oh yeah, while I'm here, I can test the TDSs before I forget and make a mess. But everything's still working this week. The power head's still on. Filter, I didn't forget. Here, I'll just swoosh it around. The hold button. 242. Ow. You heard my knees crack. 242. Let me write that down real quick. Okay, pupper. 242. Whoops. Down slightly from last week. Not much. All right. Let me take these vials.
Window Licker 5 said, I think
there.
Corey tried that with the blackbeard and it didn't kill the BBA.
What, CO2? Injecting? Well, there's a lot of factors here, man. So that's why we're trying to eliminate things, make changes, see what works. Otherwise, this is just futility. But I think any change that is being made is going to take a long time before it shows up. That's my personal opinion on that. Especially the way Blackbird works. It's going to take a while before it starts to come apart, fall apart, eaten, whatever. Digestible, if it can be. Let's see. What I do with those lids? They're there. Let me get the water change started. Unplug that filter.
That's lovely, that is.
You gotta love it. Gotta love it. I mean, it does have a
Peppermint
certain
Creek
character to
Aquatics
itself,
said
right?
take it to work and sandblast it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think we are maybe making a slight, because it doesn't seem like it's, well, it is gathering on some of this stuff, but it doesn't seem to be taking over the plants like it has in other tanks, you know? So, something for that. It looks like it broke off and got stuck on it. A little bit of algae on the glass in here too. Kind of inclined to leave it for this week. Not too bad. Oh yeah, forgot to take the filter. Turn the filter up. Oi! Tripped. All right. Yay. Skipper, I see you. Oh, it sounded like a cat.
Bruiser CB said Jason is the HOB filling up with BBA quickly. Window Licker 5 said, maybe just jack in RO and put root tabs in for the plants. So maybe the plants are getting ferts and not the BBA. Atkins Nature Aquarium said, good morning, peoples.
Good morning, Atkins. What's going on, man? Let's see, Bruiser. Let me oh, dude. Where did that go? There was a fish in there. In this filter. I don't know where he just flopped off to. I thought he went in the water. Did you guys see a fish hit the water and run? Interesting. It looks small, so it must have been a Gara. I might have to review the footage there. I don't know. Was there let me see here. See if we can rewind. I'll listen to myself for a second. Oh, that's a little too far back.
Bruiser CB said your body was in the way.
Ah!
Peplin Creek
Damn it.
Aquatics said hit the water and run. Lamau.
Something looked like it fell out of the back there, so. Oh, I gotta turn that filter.
Skipper's Aquarium said I didn't see a fish.
Interesting. I saw a fish come out of there, but let me I don't want to drag this
Kalish
across
said,
the wall.
good morning, Jason.
Kalish, what's
Hello,
up, man?
wonderful peoples.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Any luck in those cyanodorsalis? Dorsalis? However you say it.
Window Licker 5 said, is it on the floor? Oh,
No, he definitely
how would
flopped
you
towards the
reach it?
tank. If I was blocking the camera, then you didn't see it. I might go back and look at that and see maybe. I mean, you guys can do it as well too if you're watching on YouTube. You hear me say, ooh! That was a fish.
Elaine said he fell in the water.
Did he? Yeah. He looked like, I mean, that's where he was right on, I think it was probably either on the lip or, I don't know if he was inside the tank or the filter, but there's a lot of algae on this. So yeah, there's some blackbeard in here. And we just cleaned this last week too, right? Oh yeah, there's definitely blackbeard in this. In the phosphate removing pads, it's pretty choked up. So stuff is coming out. That's cool. What's in that? maybe on this. Yeah. This thing has a lot of sponges in it, so there's definitely Blackbeard in this. I wouldn't say a huge amount, but not insignificant. Let's put this all back together. That's actually good enough. Whoops. I'm changing water here. Alright, we can put this back.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said looked like a Pandagara swimming down.
Yeah, I think
or
it was.
blocked by your arm.
I'm pretty sure it was a Pandagara. Because, I mean, that's probably the only thing that could swim up that, like, flow, right? Probably went in there for the good. Hey, I don't need to hear you. Oops, I just reversed my chat. Whoops. It's backwards. Here we go. He was a sneaky little dude getting in a little snacking in there, eating that whatever's on that filter. Okay. Let's get back to testing. Whew. Calibrate the nitrates.
Elaine said I didn't see where he came from, but I saw a Gara, I think, make a beeline for the bottom.
Yeah. I pulled out the hang in the back there has got like this big like chamber, like cartridge, I don't know what you call it. You basically lift out the whole basket, right? Out of the thing. Clips in there. And then when I was pulling the basket out, he kind of flopped into the water. Like through the back, like how it's, you know, back of the glass there. That's when I was like, ooh, I saw that fish. I only caught a glimpse of it. It was either that or like it was definitely not a cichlid. It was either that or a cory. There used to be Adolphos in this tank. I don't know if they still are. Those Adolphos I've had for a long time. Long time. Be like 10 years now if I've had them. So I don't know if how long they live, but I was down to one at one point.
That's lovely, that is.
Then I picked up more at the Clash. So I still have them in quarantine. I don't want to put them in this tank because Canagars. I have seen
Bruiser
sightings
CB
briefly.
said, Jason, I went back, rewatch, a fish did come out. I missed it earlier.
Ah, see? Cool. Well, now we know. Not crazy. Well, these two things can be mutually exclusive. I can be crazy and I've seen a fish. So... That's funny. Disrupted his chill, man. He was just back there chilling. Alright, phosphates are testing. Let me get the the nitrates are testing. Let me get the phosphates going. Oh, gotta make sure I don't get too low in that tank. I don't have more than 20 gallons to put back in. Shake, shake, shake. What are we doing with this other tank here? We still haven't even reached the fill line yet. That's filling really slow. This might be a little stream before that even fills up. which is good because we wanted a slow fill. And then it'll just change water throughout the day with that overflow pump. Is its whole purpose in life. All right. 3 minutes, we will know results. 3 minutes and 5 minutes. So let me set a timer real quick. Okay. Timer's a chugging. We're changing. We're almost at the bottom here. Maybe I'll go a little light on this one. Definitely full. Yeah. Let's get this hose out of the way. Then we'll deal with lids for the fry system. And then we'll get into the brackish. Now I need to pull out some of that macroalgae. I got way too much going in there. Need to clean that tank, do a little bit of maintenance on that one. I think it's time to trim some plants, put it that way. And I already mixed up some RO, or some brackish water, so that should be good to go. I already have this remineralized water mixed up. Closer. Get rid of this hose that's in the way. Get this cord out of the way. All right. Pump. My RO system is getting a little, I tested the TDSs this morning on it, and it was at 5. Last time it was at 4, so it's starting to climb. So it might be time to start thinking about changing some of those filters on the RO. Just keep everything as low as possible. All right, we're chugging in. Phosphate test is finishing right now. We have dun 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 0.18. Wow, that's actually down a lot. That's cool. .18. Down not too much from last week actually. Last week was 0.22. This is 0.18, so it's down 4 points. 0.04. Not too shabby. Oh, yeah. If we are gonna deal with the lids on the fry system, I gotta make an adjustment to one of the overflows on the top tank. When I put that elbow in with the PVC male pipe to the barb thing, I didn't use pipe thread on the top tank, and I was like, we'll be all right. It's a tight fit. Well, it does drip. Also, the other end of that line that's draining down to the tank below it is like sticking pretty much to almost like the front of the tank or the middle of the tank, so I do need to trim it and move it back a little. And I think I have a way we can do both with minimal effort, so we might do that. first. And then we'll do the lids. We're still got like an hour and change, so we're good. We're good on time. All right, the nitrates are about to finish up here. 10 seconds. Three, two, and the nitrates are 3.9. All right, well, that's still filling up. We can take a look at this. That's down. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, where we are this week. 3.9 on the nitrates. See, we're kind of bottoming out here, which, like, you know, I like that. I like that. Still, I think it's still enough for plants. Like, that's a good number, right? As long as there's some residual in the background, they're using everything else. This is what they're not using.
PNW Aqua said time to plot and scheme.
Yeah. This is where the phosphates are, so 0.18 is pretty good. I like that. Under 0.2. TDSs are kind of not too bad either. So I think I like where we're headed here. If we can just maintain this, like if you look at where these phosphates are all over the place, I think this might have been an issue quite a bit. The instability of the algae. Anything else? Yeah. We just need stability here. So let's hope this works. Keep it at that. We're almost done filling. Probably turn that filter back on. Before I forget. Oh. And then I'm going to grab some more coffee. Sounded like it turned on. Yep, there we go. Cool. And that pump's going to pump for a second. It's probably going to pump dry. Let me get some coffee real quick. All right, back. Let us let's get every little last drop into this tank that we can, so we know that it is full.
PNW Aqua said don't overflow the tank.
Nope.
Window Liquor
I
5
don't think I have enough water to
so
overflow
are
the
you
tank.
jacking in just RO this week?
Nope. This is the remineralized. It's RO with C-Chem Equilibrium in it. Let me put this pump away. Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Get this bucket out of the way, or whatever, barrel, trash can, whatever you want to call it. Dump out whatever little stuff I couldn't pump out. And let's put the lid back on it. I pretty much drained all my
Fishroom
RO
said,
reservoir
what do you
this
measure
morning.
the equilibrium to TDS-wise or otherwise?
I think I forgot. I haven't tested it today, but I think it was around. I think we're running around like whatever the TDSs are in the tank right now, probably a little less than that, like 200, 220. I remember the last time I tested it when I mixed it. But it's 1 tablespoon for every 20 gallons, and that's what I've kind of measured out. 20 gallons in this trash can. I have a mark. I put 1 tablespoon in, and I fill it with RO water and mix it. Stir it real good.
Congratulations, PNW. Aqua on the membership milestone. PNW Aqua has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Heck yeah, man. Congrats. And I appreciate that. All right, so, I mean, I could mix less and it would be a lighter TDS. I don't know. But my tap water is around 350, 400. And now we're running at 250, something like that. Right around 250, slightly more, slightly less. I think we were down to 240 today. What was it? Let me take a look. Fill it up. 242. Yeah, since we've been doing the remineralization, we've gone from 445 to 350 to 415, 417, 357, 370, and then, excuse me, we start dropping. Hold on, go up again. Ugh, sorry. Yeah, then we start dropping 317, 285, 286, 250, 240, 220, 214, 220, 250, 240. So, yeah, I think I'm mixing probably around 220-ish, maybe a little less. I could drop that. Maybe do like 3/4 of a teaspoon. Or a tablespoon. Or 2/3. Something like that. Whoops. So, yeah. I'm ultimately happy like right now with what the water is testing at the moment. So if I can keep it like at this level, keep it consistent, I think we'll be all right. Maybe get some more plants in here, some crypts, Nubius maybe. But that's going to take time. So whatever, plants will compete. Right now we're running just enough nitrates that, plants should be able to absorb whatever they need. Maybe I put some root tabs in the Nubius, well, or the crypts. I don't know. We're just going to let it go because that, uh-oh. Heard that noise. Let me see what that was. Okay, never mind. Windows wants me to do an update, and I'm not doing that right now. Yeah. So,
Window Licker 5 said, how about a big Java fern plant in there?
Java ferns. Yeah, maybe. I could try it. My experience with Java ferns has never worked out for me, but that's probably because it was I had too much KH going on in the tanks but since we've remineralized, there should be no reason. The only limiting factor is the geos that like to pick and dig. So, yeah, that's a possibility. I could take a look. God, stop coughing. I got a tickle on my throat.
Atkins Nature Aquarium said bulbitis.
I had some bulbitis in this tank, and it got covered in blackbeard algae, so I pulled it out and stuck it in the rehab tank. But and I did put a little piece back. Before I did this water change, I saw a piece of it still around, but I don't think it's gotten anywhere. Bulbitis would be. I like that plant. That's a good plant. Yeah. I don't see why not. If I could find some. Well, let me get sidetracked. We got to take care of stuff. So, I'm calling this tank good. We got all the numbers. Did the water change. We're just letting some of you guys. I know every time I plant, it takes. Crypts take a while to kind of like recombobulate to a tank. So, my experience. Man, I don't know why I can't stop coughing. My experience is when you put a crip in a tank, man, it takes like probably 4 to 6 weeks before that thing actually kind of like stops being freaked out, actually starts like growing roots, taking hold. So some of these that we put in here are probably just now starting to. Dubious has been in there. It's been did that kind of recently. Some of these crypts have been here a while, so it should be cool. Some of them are pretty new. Some of them get chewed up by those dudes, like the nibble and everything. Wow. And stable. Parameters are looking good and stable. Fast growing plants. Yeah, that's what I need. I have some water lettuce. I don't know how that would work in this tank. Let's see. Those are pretty good at sucking nutrients out of water column, right? But I think
Skipper's
just gonna let it go.
Aquarium said I got a Rosenmadian crypt at the Clash from Stephen P. It flowered while I was in Vegas.
Nice. Obviously, you know, you came back from Vegas, so I guess you didn't hit the jackpot. You didn't become a whale out in Vegas. Rosen Maiden crypts. All right. All right, we're turning this off to auto. Back to auto, before I forget. Create more algae. Here we go. This is what we're gonna do. See this? Hopefully you can see this. This is the PVC overflow, or yeah. No, you can't see this. Look up. How about now? Sorry, hang on. Coughing my brains out. Yeah, now you can see it. All right. This PVC overflow. Oh, this is the bulkhead that's drilled through the tank. Threaded in here. You can see right here. I don't know if you can see. There's a drip of water. Keeps happening every so often, slightly. Very slow drip, because I didn't use pipe tape on this, or if I did, I didn't use enough. And the other issue is this, the drain line. See this? Goes down there, pretty much all the way to the almost front of that tank, right? Down below there. So, can you guys see that? Oh,
Congratulations, Kalish, on the membership milestone.
Yay, Kalish.
Kalish has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Hell yeah. Congrats. And I appreciate it. All right. So, I think what I need to do is I'm going to get a measurement on that, how much I want to bring that back to the back of the tank. And then I'm going to take a measurement, cut this tube. So first things first is I got to stop the water from flowing. So let's unplug the pump and let everything settle. I'm probably going to need to drain some water. That should have stopped it. Pump at least. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Elaine said I put water lettuce in my tanks and the nitrates went down so much I turned off the filters.
Oh, interesting. All right, what do I need? I need a tape measure right there. You're okay, puppy. You don't need to go anywhere. And then I need the PVC cutters, which are right here. I should get a marker. Yep. All right. I'm going to measure. Oh, let's see if we can get any closer here. Get that in there. Up the hair. You see that? Yes, you can see that. Okay. This is where the overflow is, right here. And this, like I said, sticks to the front of the tank, right? I don't want it that far out. I'd like it closer to the back. So I'm just going to take a measurement, rough, from the back of the tank. Right? So there, it's about 11 inches. Maybe we do 9.5. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. Well, hang on. Let's do that. All the way to the back. Would be 9 inches. Go 8.5. Go 8.5 to be safe. I can always trim more, not less. Right? So now, I think what I want to do, get this out. You can see this up here still. I just want to measure 8.5 inches. This is where the marker comes in. Roughly. 8.5 inches would be right there. Around there. I don't know where the here. Okay. Cool. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to take some water out of that top tank so I don't create an issue. Man, I got like some crazy tickle in my throat right now. I don't know what it is. We'll do this on this side so I don't suck up any fry knowingly. This is the side of the tank I haven't seen any fry yet, so I also didn't look today, so there might be, but that's why you take it from the bottom. Pseudos don't like to hang out too much at the bottom, my experience. I mean, they will. They'll go down there to hide. I'm just going to take it down below the bulkhead. Ever so slightly. I did fill this tank all the way back up with RO water last time, and I think I added another gallon throughout the week, so I'm not that low, which is good. So maybe I'll just do a little bit of water change and we fill it up with something. Well, I'll have to fill up the RO jugs. Because I did drain my storage tank of RO. That was like 35 gallons? No, 30 gallons. Pretty much took everything. Because I did mix up some brackish water, 10 gallons. So I don't have any jugs full. And the reservoir is empty. So I have to fill the jugs to fill this. But that just takes time. We'll do this first. We'll do like a good 20% water change. And I wanted to do this too to kind of, I don't know, you can see, I'm just draining water out of the tank. You can see it. But yeah, I wanted to do this because I want to.
Good morrow.
Good morrow. I want to do this because I want to drop the TDSs in these tanks. These are like a 300 and something. I want to kind of get it down around 200s. Help hatching with eggs. Too much stuff in the water column means shells get harder on the eggs. Then the little fry can't get out. And they die while still in the egg. Or you're even hatched. Bad way to go. Alright, that's probably pretty good. Probably good 5-10 gallons out of it. 5 gallons. Take me all day to fill this back up. No, it'll take probably a good hour. We're going to do about 10 gallons, or 1 gallon in 10 minutes. Is around my experience, because I usually stick to a gallon jug and then put a timer for 10 minutes, and then by the time 10 minutes is up, the jug is full. Or full enough. Which begs the question. It's 150 gallons per day. If you divided that by 24, that'd be per hour, right? So 6.25 an hour, right? That's what the math came out to. That's what I just asked Alexa. And then, so yeah, that's about a gallon every 10 minutes, right? Yeah, seems about right. All right, hang on, I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. All right, sorry. I'm back. Aquatic Moose, good morning, good morning. Now, I'm gonna take the PVC cutters. And I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cut it as close as I can up here. Top. Cool. And then I'm going to unscrew from that. And should come this right. I wanted to tighten it, I would turn it that way. Loosen it. Doesn't seem right. Here, you know what? Let's just take this whole bulkhead off before I end up breaking the tank. That seems smarter. If I can get it off, I don't think I can. Grab it like this. Let's get this out of here for now. Do I need a pipe wrench? Probably. Now I need tools. Very heavy tools, dangerous tools around a lot of glass. This could go horribly wrong. Very heavy, don't drop this. Detrimental. Tighten this, should loosen it, right? Oh, yep, cool. So all we needed was that little tweak there. You need that again, so take this off. Yeah, I think I had used this once before, and there was pipe tape on this, but I don't think I put any extra.
Big Steve's glass boxes said, "Hey yo."
Hey yo, what's up, dude? All right, I think that's good. Let's take this little bit of tubing off of here. Let's find the pipe tape. Here it is. Wrap this thing up good. Okay. Away. Sure we get a good bead.
Big Steve's glass boxes said, "Hey yo."
Hey! What's up, dude? Good morning. Getting close to afternoon now. Some spins on here. Not too much, because, you don't want to... Clearly, we needed a little extra.
Big Steve's glass boxes said that's more better.
Mo better. That's right.
Aquatic Moose said, "Where is Eduardo?"
Eduardo! I know he had surgery coming up. Hopefully that went well. I haven't heard from him since. We'll see. Anybody hear from Eduardo? Alright, that should be pretty good as far as that goes. So let's try and thread this back in here.
Big Steve's glass boxes said, "I just checked. Our fish club auction is up to 660 items."
Heck yeah, man. We are... Spin this. Get it where we want it. Yeah. That's gonna be good. We can probably put this back for the hole. Try. Now I just need to trim that excess piece and reattach it. Try to get back in that water. There's a snail. Let's trim it right here. I should do it this way so I can actually see where I'm cutting. That's close enough. Cool, cool, cool. There.
Victor Coco said, "Thanks for live streaming Depths Unknown."
Thanks for joining us, Victor. Can we get this on here? Making a big issue. I need to turn this a little bit. I gotta move you guys. Get over that hump. There we go. There we go. That's all we needed.
Window Licker 5 said, "Okay, this is driving me nuts.
There we
What
go.
is the orange thing on the shelf?"
Scissors. It shouldn't be there. All right, that should work. Now, to turn this on, it will just drain the bottom tank a little bit. How low we are on the top will end up being how low we are on the bottom. So let's turn that on. It should work. It should work. We pumping? Yup.
Window Licker 5 said, "Cool mystery solved." Aquatic Moose said, "And now for a word from our sponsors."
Fiskars. The scissors for you. All right. This is, I don't know, you can't see it, but it is pumping. It's filling up. You can see the water line dropping in the bottom tank there. Or in the, no, you can't see the bottom tank. Never mind. Gonna take a minute to fill. Give me 1 second. I need to blow my nose again. All right. Now, we can go over here. You can see it. That's how slow it fills. And we'll see, hopefully everything's watertight. Now, where did the overflow end up? Yeah, right there. That's actually kind of almost perfect. Yeah, I think that's good. Right in the back there, it's kind of where I wanted it. Nothing leaks. Yeah. Could have been more turned, but I'm not going to squabble over a 5-degree angle. Honestly, I don't think it matters once the water's flowing in. Let's let that fill up. I think what I should do is start that RO jug filling while we're doing this. Keep an eye on that for a minute. Oh, wait. There is some water in here. That's right, I didn't use it all. Just gonna pour the half gallon I have in here.
Window Licker 5 said, I don't want to jinx you, but has the company keeping you outside this past week?
Work, you mean? Has the company been keeping me? Yeah, yeah, I've been working outside every week, every day. Not too bad. It's been actually a little chilly one day, but you know, sweatshirt weather. Okay, timer's cooking. This is filling. Can we? You know what? Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna just back us up. Put the legs out. Because I'm gonna start
Window
the slid.
Licker 5 said Green Box is back.
How? How is that green box back? I'm pretty sure I turned. Thought I had this
Andy
off.
Carson said pop-up window time.
Yeah. Where is it? I swear to God I turned this off. Oh well.
PNW Aqua said stay in studio.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I thought I turned that off this stream because I thought I had it like invisible. I don't know. I guess I didn't. Let's turn it back on. Or I bumped it or something. Speaking of this, we're still not full on other tank. While this is filling, and that RO jug is filling, I can put this stuff away. Back in the thing. Back in the tool bag. Get your spot back, pupper. No, you're laying on a concrete floor. And that dirty cat's just laying there. A little lug. Alright. Let's do this. I know that this tank is essentially 1 foot across. I think a 1 foot piece of polycarbonate would work fine. 12 inches. This is exactly 2 foot. Yeah, 20. Yeah, of course. Of course. It can't be the full 2 feet. Even though they advertise it 2 foot by 4 foot, it's actually 23 and 5/8. That sucks. What's half of 23 and 5/8? That would be 10/16.
Sharkfin Adventures said one more
Which would be
stream for
5
your 200
sixteenths.
episode.
Yeah. That's coming up next week, guys. 200. So half of... So that would be 11 and 5/16. Is that what I just said? Yeah. Which is completely less than half. All right, so maybe I can only get 1 panel out of these. Good thing I got it. I think I got 4 of them. Okay, so 1 foot.
Sharkfin Adventures said any plans for 200 episodes.
You just have to show up and find out what's happening on the 200th episode of Depths Unknown. What's going on? Well, since memberships have been 2 years, and I was streaming a year before that, so 3 years? 3 years, 200 episodes? Yeah. Sounds about right. Maybe it was 4 years. I have to go back and
Sharkfin
look.
Adventures said LOL walk the plank low.
Oh yeah! You know it, buddy.
PNW Aqua said, oh no, they say he's got to go Godzilla. Yeah, oh no, there goes Tokyo go Godzilla, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also Godzilla, folks. There's a -0 coming out. Just announced. Same director who did -1. Excited I am.
Window Licker 5 said skinny dipping off the boat next week. Polar dip, that is LOL.
You know it. All right, let's I marked this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I marked 1 foot from that side. This is the side we ideally want. I'm going to put an arrow down here because that's the side I'm going to cut off the length excess because this edge is better, cleaner. I have tools. Back in the day, way back in the day, I used to do drywall for a living. So I have a T-square somewhere floating around. Puppy, why are you laying there like that? Because this dirty cat is on your bed, isn't he? I'll kick him out. I'll kick him out. What are you doing, Mont? You're not supposed to be here. I know, Zozo. I know. There's a T-square. Oh. You're okay, Pupper. Look out. You want to get back in your bed? I know. We're sorry, puppy. Oh, what did I do? I'm going to need this razor blade. You see what I'm doing over here? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, you can. We're still filling up the tank. You guys have to keep an eye on this for me, okay? Let me know once this tank fills up, if this starts dripping. But
Window
yeah,
Licker
you can
5
focus over here
said
too.
you did drywall. Was that before the floor trout?
The floor
Andy
oh yeah,
Carlson
the
said
ramp
drywall
trout.
for a living. Now we know what did your back in.
Yeah, it used to be the rough. I didn't do the finished drywall. I did the actual rough drywall, the roughing it in. Well, this thing is not quite 4 feet either. See, this is the kind of stuff you got to deal with in life. All right, got the edge. I'm gonna score it. We gotta do this part. Just didn't really penetrate. There we go. There we go. That should be that. Whoa. Don't slip my wrist. This is the piece. Okay. Now we just need a length.
Window Licker 5 said they measure like wood 2SA4, maybe.
Yeah. Lame. I mean, it's plastic. You don't need a tolerance in plastic. Like, it's not like it shrinks when it cures. Like, that's why 2x4s are not 2x4. They dry. They cut them 2x4. But when they cure or dry out, they're kiln drying. Kiln dried. Ugh. Yeah, then they become 1 3/4 by 2 and whatever 3/4. All right, we got this. We got that. That. Right like this. Is that the edge I cut? No, that should be the factory edge. That should be the factory edge. Right? No. That is the edge I cut. This way. This is the factory edge. I can't do it that way because I got a fish tank behind me. Got to do this on the floor. This is not going to work. Bear with me, folks. Whoops. I'm knocking stuff everywhere. Get this cord out of the way. I can use some muscle behind this too and actually just pierce into this plastic. That works. Cool. I think the RO jug is full. Let me. Let's see how the cut made out. Pretty clean, actually. Yeah, not quite a gallon, but close. Definitely enough to dump in. We're almost full. We might actually be starting to drain. I'm adding this to the side of the tank where I don't see any fry, so not yet. All right, that seems full. Yep, starting to drain. See how we're doing down here. Perfect. Yep, we're flowing. Gotta get a little trickle going there. Cool, cool. Bottom tank's looking pretty sketchy. Pretty low. Not too horrible. But that's as low as it should get. Just start filling up from here once we add our row. Okay, let's put this back and fill it back up. Timer reset. Start filling the jug back up. All right. Here, the lid. Fits pretty good. I just need to cut a little notch in here for the plumbing. It's pretty good. How far back do we want to go? Say to here. Okay, okay. Little corner, little dude. Exactly how it sounds when you do that. Let's see if I can do this without cutting my fingers. Let's go slow. Just gotta cut through the walls sideways. That's the hardest part.
Window Licker 5 said, "Are you doing a feeding hole or finger hole to lift the lid?"
Yeah, well, I don't know about finger. Well, not for this one, because this one's pretty easy to maneuver, right? Maybe I cut a little notch for the air. Yeah, I don't want to go like that. The feeding thing is probably a good idea. I don't know how much of this top you can see. Can you? No, you can't. Yeah. Can if you get up higher? Nope, we're maxed. Let's go a little higher. There we go. Better? Still has there's a protective sheet on there. Not seeing anything dripping, that's good. This part's trash. So we can take that white film off of there too. It's just protected while we're working. Yeah, feeding hole. Maybe like a little bore. I don't want to leave too much open. Like a notch it in the middle here. Maybe in the middle here. I could also use that. I don't want to do that. That's too close to the filter. Although I would put it in the water. But it might also get the filter all caked up. So yeah, something big enough that I can just put the paintbrush and go doop. Doop. Let's see. Doop. Yeah. You want it at least probably 4 cells deep. So I can do that. Got a little bit of, you know, get my aims off. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I test things. So we'll say from here, yeah, to there. We'll say 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Yeah. How about this one? This one, same idea. There. About there. 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 Ow. I do this on the floor. I don't trust myself on top of a tank. So I'll take it over here for a sec. You probably don't need to see me do this. You get the idea. I'm just cutting. Whoops. Split a little too far on that one, but whatever. Okay. That's that. That's one. Let's do the other one. Honestly, what I should have done is done this on one of the bottom tanks first. Because those are going to be a little more critical, I think. Or probably more trickier because plumbing in, plumbing out, and I can't really reach back there. Cool. That worked. Ouch. What the hell happened here? Oh, my knife got back in. It's weird. Okay. I think I'm going to take this film off now. And put the lid on the tank. Cool. Picked up some dust from the static. Ta-da! Still not dripping. Cool. Cool. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Ideally, I could notch out for the airlines, and then it'll sit flush. And that's just a matter of, let's do this. Let's mark out exactly where they're laying. Oops. Coming up there, right there, there, right there. I'm just gonna notch out that last little. Actually, what I could do is just the bottom one, I think. Top one will act like a pinch. Get the fingers out of the way. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Might need to be a little bit more deeper into the next cell. Yeah, I think I will. Down into the 1, Mm. Two.
Gills to Garden said, looks like today is spring cleaning on some tanks because they absolutely smell, and I can't find any reason why.
It's probably a good thing to start cleaning. But one of the
Andy
things I found
Carson
out.
said, because it is very lightweight, do you need to do something to prevent it from easily sliding off the tank if one of the cats jumps up?
Probably would need to do something. Yeah, I don't think it would support the weight of the cats. But that's for the cats to find out. No, I don't think. Well, first of all, the only tank that they could get on would be the top one, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. The only tank they ever seem to really get on is the 120. The Lily, sometimes she's just straight up a bad cat. She tries to act all innocent and cute. Smudgy little face. But, she can be a little terror. Let's do this. Not the best looking work, but...
Gills to Garden said, what was you going to say about the stink?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I was going to say, sometimes fish food will get on the rim of your tank. Because when you feed, you know, you kind of
Benjamin
sprinkle.
Peters
You
said,
sprinkle some on the rim.
Wazzoop!
And then that starts to kind of rot there. And then that can get real funky. So try cleaning the inside rim. Alexa, stop. Maybe clean your lids. You know, stuff like that. Got a little bit more water here. So that seems to sit pretty flat. I'm sure over time it'll kind of relax. Not perfect, but better than having a 2 foot or 1 foot by 2 foot open hole where water just keeps evaporating from. Yes, I can just add this right here. Yep. I'm calling this good for the top. Good enough. Alright. Next. I should probably do the same thing. This is an excess piece now because it's not big enough for the tank. Let's get another piece. Full piece. Yeah, this is the edge. Okay. So it's basically 1 foot by
Window Licker 5
30
said,
inches.
has Lily stayed out of the dresser or the wall? Oh.
She'll get in if she
Gills to
can.
Garden said,
She likes the mole rat.
yeah, I've had that happen before. No lids, so it's either that or just uneaten food as I do feed heavy, trying to be better at that.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I think in the aquarium hobby that people tend to do the most.
The rain again,
overfeed.
Falling on my head like a memory.
He's
Falling
alive.
on my head like a new emotion.
Just joined us. All right, let's see if we can get this done. Let's where's my marker? Need to go 1 foot. What's up, Fishymon? Good morning. I think. With the razor, it's over there. I think I can get away without. I mean, I could use the T, but I think I just cut. Because I can see there's obviously a clear line. Gotta stay close to that cell wall.
Fishy Monska said, "Good morning, fish people, and you to Jazrin."
Good morning, dude. Maybe I should have used that straight edge. Good morning, sir. Stay close to that wall. Ugh, that got all horrible. Oh, this is getting janky. Cut. Would have been this side, right?
Gills to Garden said, "I just put a hob on the tank this morning, and it's way worse smelling. It's just mixing it up." Fishymon said, "Sir was my father's name." Window Licker 5 said, "Hi, Fishymon. What's
Hi,
fishy at your
Fishymon.
place? Do you still have a pink flamingo going on? How's the L33s doing?"
Pink flamingos. I'm going to set this over here for now so I can use this as a template. Maybe you just cut this 30 inches, I guess. Just going to mark it. Just do it from this edge. Cleaner edge. The other edge kind of got a little boogered up in shipping. Thirty inches. Crap. I'm going to cut on the floor here again. Whoops. Good.
Fishymon66 said, "No on the pink flamingo. I got a lot of L333. They keep making babies."
Yeah. That's what you want. Have you seen Adam recently? To part with babies? Should be it. Cool. Perfect. Cool. All right. Every time I do that, this blade doesn't want to retract. It's weird. Okay. Do that. This. Now I got to figure out
Fishymon said,
that eyeball.
"No, I have not since early summer."
Let's go down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Maybe we'll keep you up here for now. A little more of an angle. Angle of the dangle. All right, this one we got to get kind of like a little bit more chooched up. Okay. Back there to mark that. See, a little flaw in the plastic right there lines up perfectly with that. Cool. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm making it a little bigger. A little bigger on this side. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now, here.
Fishy Monster said I should take some for him, just been procrastinating lately.
Ah, yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll probably go a little less on this. So somewhere looking like that. There we go. There we go. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Perfect. And how deep? Probably gotta go at least 4 deep. That's probably overkill. But I don't want to have to do this again. Do this. Try to do this, I'll cut my fingers. Whoops. Push that button.
Bionic Bigfoot said arts and crafts time.
Yep. That's to there. Okay, that's all the way through to there. Try it on this side. See if I can maintain all my fingers. That would be ideal.
Bionic Bigfoot said how many fingers will he have after?
That's a good question, man.
Fishy Monskill said Jazrin, we don't want to see any blood today.
There will be blood. Yeah, that works. All right, test it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's actually pretty good. I don't even think I'm going to worry about the airlines. This fits pretty almost perfectly. I think I'm going to make the cuts for the feeding. That's the RO filling. Not quite. We're about, I'd say, not quite a gallon in 10 minutes. We're that much of a gallon in 10 minutes. Probably a little more than 3/4. Nah, it's not, I wouldn't say 7/8. Maybe 3/4. It just settles down in the base. And the bottom tank fills up. All right. What do I do with this one? I'm going to line these holes up. Just for consistency. Feeding holes. Good enough. Good enough. I can work with that. Same idea.
Fishy Monskill said, what's that you putting in there? Moonshine.
And where? Oh, yeah. In the fish tank, it was RO. With a moonshine. I don't know how much the fish would like that. And you don't want to waste good moonshine.
Congratulations, Fishyman64 on the membership milestone. Fishyman64 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 26 months.
Look at you. Congrats, Fishymon. Knew you were cool. Oh, God. I saw fingers coming off. Doing that. Why do you keep doing that?
Fishyman said, "Where is my fireworks?"
You didn't get any? That's weird. I also heard a bling a second ago here, so let's see what's yelling at me. Maybe that'll explain why I didn't get fireworks. Try and keep that out of the fish tank, please.
Mississippi Hippie Fishy said I cut that plastic stuff with a jigsaw.
Yeah,
Fishymonski said no fireworks.
that's lame. I robbed your fireworks, dude. How did I? Oh, I didn't cut this part. I didn't cut it then. You robbed your fireworks, dude. What am I doing here? Jeez, please, man, that was a pain in the ass. It'd be, yeah, I could use a jigsaw, I guess.
Congratulations,
Go ahead, I don't think
Skull
I-
Aquatics, on the membership milestone.
Nice.
Saying Skull Aquatics has been an extraordinary aquarist for 22 months.
Congrats, man. Thanks. Let's go. Appreciate it. Yeah, I could use. I don't think I actually own a jigsaw anymore. I don't think I do. Gives me an excuse to go buy something. Scares me doing it. I should not do that way.
Skull Aquatics said I got fireworks. Fishymon, ha ha ha.
Okay, definitely got that.
Fishymon said now I'm mad. Skull got fireworks.
Skull's better than you, dude. Sorry. Skull went to the Keystone Clash. He gets fireworks.
Congratulations, Gillies to Gardens, on the membership milestone.
Gills to Gardens.
Gills
What's
to
up, man?
Gardens has been an extraordinary aquarist for 17 months.
Right on.
Congratulations, into Empire of Dirt Aquatics.
Look at all these fireworks
Jeff
going
Kane,
off.
on the membership milestone. Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Congrats. Can't even see me. Hopefully you can see me struggling. Holy cow. Alright, I think I got it.
Gills to Gardens said what? Fireworks? Boo. Mississippi Hippie Fishy said a table saw is better for getting the outside edges perfectly straight.
Yeah.
But I don't have one.
I got a table saw, but it's be a pain to set up. This way. This is the way we gotta go. There we go. That's good. Well, I can't see it, but calling that one done. We just got one more to do.
Fishy Monster said, "You can use a hacksaw blade to cut that notch."
Yeah. I also got it done with a whatever utility knife. That works. More than one way to skin a cat. Cut some polycarbonate. Gotta do one more. Boogered up end, yep. Better end. Getting warm.
Gills to
Struggling.
Garden said, "I just put a 4-foot level on it and cut against that to get a straight line."
I have the T-square.
Barbara Jackson said, "Now your cat is very nervous."
Why? Did you see him? From skinning the cat. Yeah. I got it. I got the joke. This is cut piece. Okay. I guess I can use the T-square again. See this? You'll be able to see this.
Fishy Monster said, "Where did you get that, from Home Depot or Lowe's?"
The polycarbonate I got actually off of Amazon because Home Depot and Lowe's didn't sell it. And if they sold it, they wanted like $90 for a sheet, and it was like a special order item. So I got it on Amazon. I got 4 sheets that were 2x4 instead of 4x8s. And I got it for $60. 4 sheets, which was more than I was anticipating needing, but you never know. There we go. Hang on, target. Cool. Yep. Straight down the middle, I guess. Can.
Gills to Garden said, "I got a 4-ace-8 from Lowe's for $50.55. My Home Depots don't sell it in store."
Yeah, the Lowe's I looked at, I think it was like it wasn't in stock. You had to special order it, and it was like $90. Way too much. This is the boogered up end, so I'm gonna cut that end off. 30 inches. Cut this real quick. Oh.
Window Licker 5 said,
just
"I
do it
heard
right
a
here.
news story about a lion seen in Newfoundland.
A
On
lion?
further investigation, it was a Newfoundland dog shaved like a lion."
Oh God.
Lol.
It's funny. All right, that's the excess right here. Let me do that. I guess this way then.
Fishy Monster said, "We all know how much you love Home Depot."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who doesn't love Home Depot? Gotta love it. Oh my God. I'm surprised they let me back in Home Depot sometimes. Cool. Got that. This. Now I need to get on the ground here and kind of get Get on the ground here and see where I got to cut this. Tubing. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming down here. All right, first things first. We got to measure out for the drain, draining into this tank. All the way down to the floor. Oh my god, it's killing my leg. Leg grab. Right there. Stay to here. Probably safe. And then we're going to need almost measure that from there. Going to bed here to here for that pipe over to even make a mark. Yeah, I did. Okay. Pull some of this slack. There we go. To about here. Okay. Cool. Same thing here. This might just be easier if I notch out this whole corner instead of trying to save an inch. Let's do that. Oh my god. Getting at the age you get on the floor, you don't get off the floor. Holy cow. Alright, let's cut this. Yeah, hacksaw would have been great. But then you get all that little dust everywhere, plastic particles, especially if I'm working right here on a fish tank. If I was in my workshop, yeah. It'd be a no-brainer. I do have a circular saw I could just use. That's a little too much. That little notch is for the overflow, or the drain in the first tank, and this is for the pump. Goes back up. Let me slice this way. This way.
Barbara Jackson said I've used a small Dremel with a wheel to cut those sheets before. Works pretty well.
That sounds like a good idea. But then you're with that, you know, kicking up all that plastic dust. Which if I was in a workshop, yeah, it'd be great. Easy to clean up, but I think I don't want to get it into the water. I'm working right here, you know. So I'm doing this the hard way, I guess. The labor-intensive method. Probably why I'm sweating, struggling with this. All right. That's for the pump. That's for the return. Let's see if it fits. Pump first. Yep, that fits. That fits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Success. All right. Now all we need is one feed tube for this. But I think I'm still going to keep it in the same location as this one. Let's put that right there. Let's rough out where I want this feed tube. Feed hole. Boom. And then let's cut. And this should be the final cut. Make the final cut, guys. It's hard on the wrist. Oh.
Window Licker 5 said, I'm calling this a win, no blood congratulations.
I'm not done yet, dude. And I don't need you jinxing me, man. Couldn't wait till the last cut was done, right? Tell you, man, you're trying to hurt me. I think we got it, though. Cool. No blood yet. Knock on wood. I think we can remove this protective film. Get it off.
Fishymon said, I'm sure there is some plastic in fish food already.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, microplastics are everywhere, but you don't need to be adding any. Especially, like, you know, that dust isn't so micro. Could probably clog up an intestinal tract. Something you don't want or need. All right, let's put this lid on. Sweet. Got a slack on the temperature probes. There we go. Actually, that fits pretty well. So that I'm calling this all 100% success, man. This one could lay flatter. Sure why, it's just kind of like, I'm sure the plastic's kind of
Fishymon said,
will settle.
yeah, I can see where that would be bad for fish.
Cool. I think we're good. Just in time, too. It's afternoon. Holy cow. Let's see where this jug is. This RO jug is full. So let's...
Barbara Jackson said, has anyone here covered the open edges of those sheets with something? Silicone, maybe.
I
I don't like when moisture or other stuff gets inside the channels.
I can understand that. I think you'd probably be good with not duct tape. Well, duct tape, but duct tape falls apart when it gets moist. Something like that, though. You could probably just tape the edges with some sort of what's it, painter's tape, something. I have to look around. Like seal. Bit extreme.
Big Steve's glass boxes said they actually sell plastic strips to cover the raw edge.
Oh, do they? Okay. Well, there you go.
Fishymon Skier said moist, moist, moist.
All right. Let me set this timer.
Big Steve's glass boxes said moister than an oyster. Window Licker 5 said quick pass with the hot glue gun. Window Licker 5 said no sound from you, Jason.
It's because I muted myself and then never went back. Idiot. I'm an idiot. What is going on here? This leg's all whacked out.
Fishymon said, Jasmine, we can't hear you.
Can now. All right, it's starting to finally overflow, by the way. The 75 that I've been filling up this whole stream, it's starting to fill up the bucket. So in a couple 20 minutes, that bucket will be full. Then I can kick the pump on, and I'm just going to let that run all day. Should be home all day. All right. Well, I think we accomplished a lot here. This should definitely help with evaporation. I need like 1 or 2 more gallons to fill that up. Let it cycle around. Nothing's leaking anymore. Nothing's dripping, so that's a good sign. Everything else was watertight. That hose got shortened, which is good. All in all, I'm calling this a success. Got some water testing, which the parameters in that tank are good. Starting to look like it might turn around, hopefully. 33 long's doing all right. That's it. Cool. Well, guys, appreciate everyone. We didn't get to the brackish tank, but I can do that this week. I gotta work on that. The water's not going anywhere. I just want to clean that out, get some of the macroalgae out of there. But that'll be another day, because it's already over past noon, almost quarter after. So I've gone late. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out today. Got a lot done, a lot accomplished. It was good. Got any questions or comments? Please leave them in the questions and
Dennis
comments
Christensen
below.
said time for lunch.
It is time for lunch. And I think we're doing pizza today, so I got to call that in. Anyway, you got any questions, comments? Leave it down below. If you got anything you want to show me or discuss behind the scenes, you can feel free to email me. As soon as I can figure out where my email is, there it is. Email me
Barbara
there.
Jackson said brunch time here.
Yeah.
Fishing
I'm down.
Monsieur said, so Amazon shipped that without breaking any.
Yeah, the one end was kind of boogered up, but it wasn't too bad, honestly. So yeah. But yeah, email me if you want anything to show off. Oh yeah, there's a Discord. I believe anybody can invite anybody now. Window Liquor, are you not a mod here? Lights are turning off. Let me get in here for a second, see if I can add. Discord link. Invite people. This works. Yeah, you want to join the Discord? There's a link. Oh no, wait. Did I? Should have been the. Okay. For some reason I thought I invited somebody to somebody else's Discord. Hopefully that's to my Discord. This looks like my Discord. All right. Anyway, if you want to join the Discord stuff, right there's a link. Feel free. We hang out, whatever. There's a ton of channels there. You can discuss whatever you want. Anyway, thanks everybody. Hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not. And we will see you all again next week. All right. Thanks. Bye.